Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. So I was going through some of the news articles and I came across this here title that says, Ex-Defense Official, UFOs pose a vital national security threat. I thought it'd be kind of fun to share this with you guys to see what kind of thoughts you had on this on the comments. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead straight up and read the article. And it says here, according to a top ex-defense official, the United States is not the only nation that has struggled to explain UFO sightings. Not only have the sightings been happening worldwide, but Christopher Mellon, a former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Intelligence, says the unidentified flying objects pose a vital national security threat. According to a report by the New York Post, Mellon says that the U.S. Navy pilots who recently reported seeing UFOs on a near daily basis in 2014 and 2015 have legitimate concerns about their time on Earth. In numerous interviews, Navy pilots have revealed that they have seen UFOs moving at hypersonic speeds, performing acts beyond the physical limits of a human crew, and emitting no visible engine or infrared exhaust plumes. The speeds that were being reported by Navy pilots, about 5,000 miles per hour, according to Mellon, were not only sustainable for about an hour by an aircraft in the air, and these objects, would be flying around all day long, the pilot said. Pilots observing these crafts are absolutely mystified, and that comes through clearly in the public statements, Mellon continued. They are deeply frustrated, and that is the core of our show, Mellon said in an interview with Fox and Friends on Fox News Wednesdays, where he pushed his forthcoming History Channel series titled Unidentified, which looks into the UFO phenomenon. Mellon is also concerned about UFO sightings, and he's begging the government to take action. And it says there, we know what that means, war. We know that UFOs exist. This is no longer an issue, he said. The issue is, why are they here? Where are they coming from? And what is the technology behind these devices that we are observing? A Super Hornet pilot once said he almost collided with one of the objects, and the fear of UFOs amplified. The pilot described the object he nearly misses as a sphere encasing a cube. An official report was filed, and the incident shattered the previous theory by Navy pilots that the objects were a part of some sort of extremely classified drone operation. These are reactions between intelligently controlled vehicles operating in and around U.S. military facilities. Hence the concern, Mellon explained. 1. There have been near mid-air collisions, so there is a safety issue. 2. There is a vital national security issue, which is that of our sovereignty is being violated by vehicles of unknown origin, he continued. Never mind our individual sovereignty is being violated daily by the government. UFOs who have taken exactly zero rights away are the problem if you ask guys like Mellon. Terry Lovelace, a 64-year-old lawyer and a former assistant attorney general, has written a book about his experiences with UFOs. In 2012, a routine x-ray of my leg found an anomalous bit of metal the size of a fingernail with two tiny wires attached. What followed were horrific nightmares, spontaneous recall, and intrusive thoughts surrounding a 1977 camping trip I took with a friend to Devil's Den State Park in northern Arkansas. For fear of losing my job and my standing in the legal community, I've kept this secret for 40 years. But the 2012 discovery of this object, 1 1/2 inches deep in my thigh, initiated a flood of nightmares I could not control. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you what I'm thinking about this. You know, in previous videos, I've told you all that when we read something in print or hear it or see it, that we should always question it and make up our own minds. And I have a few thoughts about this. First of all, why is this kind of information being pushed on the mainstream media now? And what I mean by the mainstream media is channels that are prevalent to, you know, the masses of people that watch news and watch TV on a daily basis, right? So we got the New York Post, we got Fox and Friends. There's a series coming out on the History Channel, I believe it was, that is said here. Why now? If these things have supposedly been around for years, I mean, I remember hearing about UFOs when I was a kid, you know, decades ago. Why now are they bringing this narrative? And if UFOs really do exist, all right? And what I mean by UFOs, I mean extraterrestrial beings that are here with us in our planet. If they really do exist, then, and if they're here to harm us, then why haven't they already? Because I feel that if an extraterrestrial being had the technology to travel to this planet from another solar system, just another solar system, or even better than that, from another galaxy, the technology that would take for a being of intelligence to travel those distances and make it here alive are way ahead of the technology that we currently have here in this world, all right, in planet Earth. So I would assume that if they intended to do something ill-willed towards the human race, that they would have no problem doing so. So why haven't they done so already? So why is this war thing being put out there? And I do remember saying a long time ago, well, not that long ago, maybe a month or 2, 3 ago, that there's always going to be a them. All right? We, the servants of this system, will always need to be intrigued with a them. There always has to be someone that we have to be afraid of. And I guess that the next step in the evolution of the boogeyman, in my opinion, is probably going to be the UFO or extraterrestrial beings. All right, so just a second, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. So, like I said, the evolution of the boogeyman, I believe, has arrived, and it will be the UFO or the extraterrestrial being. Why? Because they need to unify us in fear, all right? They don't want to, when I say they, I mean the string pullers, all right? They don't want to unify us in something that is going to be, positive for the human race. But they want to unify us in fear so they can control us and do what it is that they want to do with the power that they acquire from our fear. So, ladies and gentlemen, having said that, I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. You know, by nature, I'm not. But I do like to read between the lines. And I do like to have my own thoughts. So, let me know what you think. Do you think that there really are, you know, UFOs or intelligent life forms from places different than the Earth or places other than the Earth? And if you do believe that there are those life forms here, do you believe that they're here to do us harm, or do they just want to coexist with us? And if they're here to do us harm, then why haven't they done so already? Right? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was it. You know what? I think this is probably my first conspiracy theory video, if you want to call this conspiracy theory. I'm just trying to read between the lines because, like I said, there always has to be a boogeyman, and it looks like the new boogeyman to me is going to be the UFOs. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, all I can say is that all we can do is prepare for those things that we can control. Those things that we cannot control, in my opinion, we just pray to our Creator and allow Him to mitigate those things that we cannot control and leave it in His hands. All right. So prep on. Thank you very much for joining in today. I truly do appreciate it. This is probably one of my shorter videos, so a lot of you are probably happy about that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for all of your support. To the new subscribers, thank you very much for subscribing. I truly do appreciate you coming and joining our community. Thanks a lot to those of you that are continuing to contribute to my Buy Me a Coffee account. For those of you that may not know this, that account is, the monies raised in that account will only be used to do charitable giving. Okay. So if you want to donate, be assured that the monies from that account will be used for charity. All right. Having said that, if you do want to support the channel, all you have to do is take a look at the links in the description and the links in the pinned comments that I leave. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.